Mr. Lau, we are in.
All right. So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of adjectives. All right. So, which focus on adjective. Now, this lesson will be conducted by teacher Lei Mi Ying from SK Methodist and facilitated by me, Lo Ilyong, and Madam
Mr.
Irene
Lau, we are
King.
in.
All right, it is Sarikei. Okay, before we start, so hello everyone, the online good afternoon with you all. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of adjectives. Alright, so which focus on adjective. Now, this lesson will be conducted by teacher Lei Mi Ying from SK Methodist and facilitated by me, Lo Ilyong, and
Mr. Lau, we are
Irene
in.
Alright, it is Ricky. Humor. Okay, before we start, so hello everyone, the online good afternoon with you all. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of adjectives. Enter them only. Alright, do so. So which focus on adjective and spelling. Now, this lesson will be conducted by teacher Lei Mi Ying from SK Methodist and facilitated by me, Lo Ilyong, and
Mr. Lau, we are in.
Alright, it is Ricky. Humor. Okay, before we start, so hello everyone, the online good afternoon with you all. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of adjectives. Enter them only. Alright, do so. So which focus on adjective and spelling. Now, this lesson will be conducted by teacher Lei Mi Ying from SK Methodist and facilitated by me, Lo Ilyong, and
Mr. Lau, we are in.
Alright, it is Ricky. Humor. Okay, before we start, so hello everyone, the online good afternoon with you all. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of adjectives. Enter them only. Alright, do so. So which focus on adjective and spelling. Now, this lesson will be conducted by teacher Lei Mi Ying from SK Methodist and facilitated by me, Lo Ilyong, and
Mr. Lau, we are in.
Alright, it is Ricky. Humor. Okay, before we start, so hello everyone, the online good afternoon with you all. You are now joining the Google Meet for comparison of
Comparison of adjectives. Hey, look, Nikki, Ricky, and Sam have each bought a Christmas tree to their class. Sam's tree is tall. Nikki's tree is taller than Sam's tree. Ricky's tree is the tallest of the three trees. The words tall, taller, and tallest are adjectives. They describe the trees bought by Sam, Nikki, and Ricky. An adjective has three forms: positive, comparative, and superlative. A positive adjective stands alone. For example, tall. Rupa is tall. A comparative adjective is used to compare two nouns. We usually add er to the adjective. For example, taller. Mohan is taller than Rupa. A superlative adjective is used to compare three or more nouns. We usually add est to the adjective. For example, tallest. Vidya is the tallest girl in her class.
So that's the end of the video. So from the video, you can see that we have different degrees in this comparison of adjective. So we are going to look into them one by one through this lesson. Yeah. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify adjective and the degree of adjective. They are positive, comparative, and superlative. You will be able also to differentiate them and use them correctly. So first, you need to know what are adjectives. Adjectives are words which tell us something about nouns. Means that you describe a noun. So noun here are maybe the people, animals, or things. So we have adjective on color, shape, size, or condition. So the condition here include maybe our behavior, feelings, or materials of the things. For example here, I have a green leaf. So green here describe the color of the leaf. So green is an adjective for color. Next, a round table. So round here describe the shape of the table. So round is an adjective. A huge box. So huge is an adjective for size. And a strong man. So we describe the man here by using strong, an adjective for condition. So here I have some simple exercise for you on this adjective. So I will go through this question one by one, yeah? And you can type your answer at the comment here. I will give you a few seconds just to make sure that you are really engaged in this lesson, yeah? So here we have 4 selection of answer: yellow, lazy, small, and rectangular. All right, question number 1. The bunch of bananas is in color. All right, pupils, my dear pupils, you can type your answer here at the comment here so that I can see your answer. I give you a few seconds. Please type your answer. Or you want to write down your answer, so can you use a piece of paper? All right, done. So the first answer is yellow. Yes, good. I see a lot of you type yellow, right? So the answer is yellow. So here, for this sentence, we can see color here, right? So this is the keyword. So among the 4 selection of answer here, only yellow is the adjective for color. So the bananas is yellow in color. Good. Okay, question number 2. She has a mirror. So look at the picture. Which of the adjectives that show it is under shape? Yeah, your answer please for question number 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I can see some of your answer here, rectangular. Good. So the answer is rectangular. So this is an adjective under the shape. All right, the shape of the mirror, rectangular mirror. Well done. Number 3. Sam live in a village. So what is your answer? Can you please type down your answer for question number 3? In a few seconds, please. Number 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So the answer is small village. So this is under the adjective for size. All right. What this pupil, you type down the 4 answer together. Good. Okay, the last question. So we only have one answer left, right? So for sure the answer is the last one. The boy is scolded by the teacher. So the answer is lazy. This is the adjective under condition. So did you get all the answer correct? If yes, well done. So we move on to the next slide. So comparison of adjective. From the video just now, you know that we have 3 degrees of comparison of adjective. So the first one is the positive degree, where we compare equal nouns. Equal here means that the same. They are at the same size, they are at the same color or shape or condition. So here we use a positive degree. For example, I have a boy here named Ali. So Ali is a tall boy. Ali is tall. So tall is an adjective. I have another boy here named Mutu. So you look at the picture, they are of the same height, right? Both of them. So how I'm going to use this positive degree to write a sentence. Ali is as tall as Mutu. So normally in our positive degree sentence, you can see as and as in your sentence. Positive degree sentence, you can see as and as. And we maintain the spelling for the adjective. You can see as and as in your positive degree sentence. Next, the second degree. The comparative degree when we are comparing unequal nouns. Unequal here means not the same, right? So still, I have Ali who is tall. Here I have another boy. I have another boy here named Tan. So from the picture, it is very obvious that they are not of the same height, right? So Ali is tall. How about Tan? Taller. So my comparative degree sentence will be Tan is taller than Ali. So normally in our comparative degree sentence, we can see then. We can see then behind our comparative form. And for our comparative form, normally we plus ER to our adjective. I said normally, not necessary, yeah? So normally we plus ER for our adjective for comparative form, and we have then in our comparative degree sentence. The third degree, the superlative degree, when we are comparing 3 or more unequal nouns. So we have Ali, Tan, and Ahmad. So just now Ali is tall, right? Tan is taller. How about Ahmad? Tallest. So my superlative degree sentence will be Ahmad is the tallest among them. So normally in our superlative degree sentence, we will have this the in our sentence. And normally we plus est to our adjective to form a superlative form. Alright? We have the in our superlative degree sentence, and we plus est to our adjective to form a superlative form. So this one clear? Yes, we move on to the next slide. Now, the spelling rule. So for comparative, we have 5 rules in this spelling, okay? The first one, by adding ER. This is the most common comparative form. We just add ER to our adjective. For example, tall, you plus ER becomes taller. Loud, louder. fast, faster. Rule number 2. If the adjective ends with CVC, we double the consonant, then we add ER. And this one, our adjective normally is in one syllable. What's the meaning of one syllable? Means that only one sound, right? Big, only one sound. For example, faster, we have 2 syllables here. So syllable is just like your suku kata in BM, is it? Okay? So big, we have CVC becomes bigger, wet, wetter, flat, flatter. All right. We go into more detail on this one. So B is a consonant. I is a vowel. G is a consonant. So vowel here are your A, E, I, O, U. Consonants are the letters besides your A, E, I, O, U. Have C, we see, big, only one syllable. So we double the consonant G here and then we plus ER. Big becomes bigger. Clear? We have another example here, wet. So W here is a consonant, C. E here is a vowel, okay? T here is a consonant. So we have C, we see, wet, only one syllable. So we double the consonant T and then we plus ER. So wet becomes wetter. Right? We move on to the next slide. Rule number 3. If the adjective ends with an E, we add R. For example here, nice. The last letter here is an E, so we just have to add a R here. Nice, nicer. Safe, E. The last letter here is an E, safe, safer, plus R. Large, the last letter here is an E, so larger. Rule number 4. If the adjective ends with Y, we change Y into IER. For example, lazy, the last letter here is a Y. So we drop the Y, we plus IER. Lazy, lazier. Easy, the last letter here Y, you drop the Y, you change it into IER. Easy, easier. Pretty, you drop the Y, you plus IER. Pretty, prettier. Now, the last rule, rule number 5. Some adjectives form their comparative with more. So this one normally for adjective that more than 2 syllables. Interesting, slippery, more than 2 syllables, right? So we just add more in front. More interesting, more slippery. However, we have some of the adjective with 2 syllables. We follow this rule number 5. For example, we have peaceful, more peaceful, pleasant, more pleasant, cheerful, more cheerful, careful, more careful. So these are the 5 rules in your spelling rules for comparative. So the first one just now, we just plus ER, right? The second rule, our CVC, we double the consonant, we plus ER. The third rule, when your adjective ends with an E, you plus R. Rule number 4, the adjective ends with a Y, you drop the Y, you plus IER. And then the last rule, more. Easy for you to memorize, right? So we move on to our exercise on this comparative. So for this one, still the same. I will go through the questions one by one, and I will give you a few seconds to type down your answer, all right? So we look at question number 1. So since all these are under comparative, means that your answer won't be the same as the word given here. You need to change it, or you need to add something, okay? You change the spelling or you add something to them. So question number 1. Ali can run, then Abu. The given adjective here is fast. Alright, can you please type down your answer for question number 1 here for this comparative? Okay, I can see your answer now. Faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Most of you answer faster. Yes, the answer is faster. Well done. So look at here. We have then here, right? So means that this question, this sentence is a comparative sentence. So we just add ER to our adjective. Good. Question number 2. An elephant is then a cow. So what is your answer here? The given word here is large. Can you please type down your answer for question number 2 in few seconds? Question number 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, the answer is larger. You have then here, so it is a comparative. And remember, the last letter here is an E, so you just plus R, larger. Okay, did you get the correct answer? Well done. Number 3, Andy is then his brother. So the given adjective here is lazy. Can you please type down your answer for question number 3? Answer for question number 3. Alright, some of you type lazier. Yes, the answer is lazier. Well done. So then over here, comparative. So you have Y as the last letter here. You drop the Y and then you plus IER. Good. Now, question number 4. His house is then mine. So what is the comparative form for big? Can you please type down your answer, please, now? Big. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, yes, the answer is bigger. So this adjective, it fulfills the CVC, right? We have CVC over here and one syllable, so you need to double the consonant and you plus ER for the comparative form. Just now I saw an answer lazier, you type it with Y, right? A pupils, you type it with Y. But remember, we need to drop the Y, yeah, for comparative. Alright, the last question. This book is then that book. So the given answer here, the given word here is interesting. So can I see your answer, please? For question number 5. More interesting. Alright, the answer is more interesting. Very good. So this adjective, more than 2 syllables, so it follows rule number 5. So we just plus more in front and maintain the adjective, more interesting. Well done if you get all the answer correct. Now we move on. The sparing rule for superlative. Just now was our comparative, right? Now is our superlative. So the spelling rules are almost the same with our comparative, just that some of the spelling is not the same. So the first one, by adding est. For comparative, just now we add er. For superlative, we add est. So tall becomes taller, loud, loudest, fast, fastest, plus est, the most common adjective superlative, alright? Now, rule number 2. If the adjective ends with CVC, we double the consonant and then add est. For comparative, we add er, right? For superlative, we add est. So big, one syllable, becomes biggest. CVC, double the consonant G plus est. Wet, CVC, we double the consonant T and plus est. Wet becomes wettest. And a flat, C, L is consonant, right? C, V, C. So you double the T, you plus est. Flat becomes flattest. Rule number 2. Now we look into rule number 3. If the adjective ends with E, you add st. So nice. The last letter here is an E, you plus st. Nice, nicest. Safe, E, you plus st. Safe, safest. Large. The last letter here is an E, you plus st. Large, largest. Rule number 4. If the adjective ends with Y, you change Y into IEST. So we have lazy here. The last letter here is a Y. You drop the Y, you plus IEST. Lazy, laziest. Easy, you drop the Y, you plus IEST. Easy, easiest. Pretty, you drop the Y and then you plus IEST. Pretty, prettiest. So this one clear, right? Rule number 5. Some adjectives form their superlative with most. So still the same. This one is mostly for the adjective with more than 2 syllables. Just like interesting, most interesting, slippery, most slippery. And for some syllable with some adjective with 2 syllables, we also use this rule with plus most. Just like peaceful just now, pleasant, most pleasant, peaceful, more peaceful, okay? All right, so we have 5 rules for superlative. The first one, you plus est. The second one syllable, CVC, you double the consonant, you plus est. The third rule, when your adjective ends with an E, you plus st. Rule number 4, when your adjective ends with a Y, you drop the Y, you plus IEST. And rule number 5, this one, you use most plus most. Right? So clear? Now, we look into this exercise for superlative. So I will go through one by one and you can type your answer at the comment there and we will discuss them together. So under superlative, all the questions here are under superlative, means that the answer won't be the same as the word given here. You need to change them. Maybe you add something or change the spelling. All right, question number 1. Ali is the boy in our team. So can I see your answer please for question number 1? Some of you type tallest. Is it tallest? All right, good. The answer is tallest. It is not a comparative form, yeah. It is not taller since we have the here and it is under superlative. When we have the in front of our superlative form here, it will be superlative form. All right, so tallest we plus est. So this answer follow rules number 1. All right, good. Question number 2. Anna is the girl in the class. So the given word here is nice. What is the superlative form for nice? Can you please type down your answer? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, the answer is nicest. So we have the in front of our blank here. So you plus, we have E as the last letter. So you plus ST. This answer follow rules number 3 plus ST. Good. Now question number 3. She is the among her sister. The given word here is pretty. So can you please type down the answer, the superlative form for pretty here? Superlative form for pretty. Question number 3. I give you a few seconds. All right. The answer is prettiest. We have Y as the last letter here. You drop your Y. Remember, you need to plus IEST. All right. Good. Prettiest. A lot of you answer prettiest. The correct answer. Well done. Number 4. This is the land in the town. Given word here is wet. So what is your answer here? Write it down. Question number 4. The superlative form for wet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The answer is wettest. So wet, only one syllable. So we have C, V, C here. So you double the consonant T, you plus EST as the superlative form. So the answer is wettest. Remember to double your consonant, yeah? Some of you spell it with only one T, so you double the consonant for CVC. Rule number 2. All right, the last question, number 5. This book is the book I have read. So the given adjective here is interesting. So what is your answer for the superlative form for this interesting? Please type it down now in few seconds. Interested? No, interested is not an adjective. Most interesting, more interesting. All right, let us check the answer now. The answer is most interesting. Most. Class, you look at here, yeah, we have the in front of our blank and it is under superlative. If more, M-O-R-E, it is under comparative. We will see then. Normally we see then in our sentence. But this one we see the, right? In front of our blank here. So it is under superlative. So most, yeah, not more. So the answer is most interesting. For those who get all the answer correct, well done. And we move on to the next slide. All right, this is just for your revision. See whether you remember the 5 rules or not. Now, I have positive degree here, tick. Can you please type down the answer for the comparative form for take? Which rule that it follows? For take. Type down the answer for take, the comparative form for take. Alright, so the answer is thicker. You just plus ER. This follows rule number 1. So when your comparative is following rules number 1, means that your superlative is following rule number 1 too. So superlative for thick is thickest with plus EST. Alright, next one, strange. What is the comparative form for strange? Please type it down in few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the answer for strange is stranger. Since we have E as the last letter here, we just plus R, okay? Stranger. Superlative, we plus E, we plus ST. Since the last letter here E, we just plus ST, following rules number 3. Okay, ugly. What is the comparative form for ugly? We have the last letter here, Y, as the last letter here. So the answer is, for ugly, comparative form is uglier. You drop the Y and you plus IER. Right? And for your superlative form, you drop the Y, you plus IEST for ugliest. And hot. Next question, hot. Okay, hotter, hottest. Yeah, the answer is hotter. So this one, hot, only one syllable. And we have CVC. So you need to double the consonant T and you plus ER. Becomes hotter. For superlative, it will be hottest. So you double the consonant T, you plus EST. Good. Now, all. How about all? What is the comparative form for all? Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, the answer is all the. So although this one is only one syllable, but we don't have CVC over here, right? We have all is a vowel, so all CC. So it doesn't fulfill the requirement for rule number 2. So we just plus ER. We follow rule number 1, order for comparative form. For superlative form, it will be oldest. So we plus EST. The last question, cheerful. What is the comparative form for cheerful? Cheerfully, cheerfulness. Alright, the answer for cheerful is more cheerful. So this follows rule number 5, even though it's just 2 syllables, right? But it follows rule number 5, more cheerful. So for superlative, most cheerful, right? Can I move on to the next slide? Now, we have this irregular form. Irregular form adjective, they don't follow the 5 rules that I mentioned just now, yeah? Normally, they change their words, totally change their words, change to their spelling. They change the word. For example, we have good over here. So what is the comparative form for good? Can I see your answer, please? The comparative form for good. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the comparative form for good is better. We don't have good, gooder, gooders, yeah, because I mentioned just now, irregular form don't follow the 5 rules that I mentioned just now. So good, better, superlative form, best. So better first and then best, yeah. Better is comparative and superlative is best, the best. How about bad? Comparative form for bad. We have bad, worse, W-O-R-S-E, and then superlative form, worse, the worst. So bad, worse, and worse. Far, the comparative form for far, farther, and farthest. So sometimes we can see further and furthest, right? Actually, farther and further, the same meaning. Both can be used. So far, further, furthest, far, farther, or farthest. The same. All right, next one. Many. The comparative form for many, it is more. And the superlative form, most. So many, more, most. The same goes with much, yeah? Many for countable noun and much for uncountable noun. Much, more, and most. The last one for our irregular form, little. The comparative form for little is less. And our superlative, least. Little, less, and least. That clear? So for irregular form, you really need to memorize them since they don't follow the rules, the 5 rules that we went through just now. So you need to memorize them. Now, what do we have? Now we have another exercise here. You need to write the correct form of the words given. So here I mix up the answer. We have the answer for positive, adjective, comparative, and superlative here. So you really need to read the question, the sentence properly, yeah, before you type down your answer. So still the same. I will go through the question one by one. I go through the question one by one and you type down your answer at the comment here. Is it all right for you? Can we start? Question number 1. All right. Ali is a boy. So question number 1. The given adjective here is clever. Some of you type, why clever you add s? Adjective, we don't add any s, yeah? Clever. If you want to use the root word, you just use the same spelling. All right. 5. Clever, clever. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. The answer is clever. So here, clever here is an adjective. Since we don't have the, we don't have SNS, or we don't have then behind here, so it is an adjective. You just copy the same word here. Well done. Question number 2. This test is then the other one. So what is your answer for question number 2? Can you please type down your answer now in few seconds? Easier. The answer for question number 2. All right, I can see your answer now. Easier, easier. Most of you type easier. Yes, the answer is easier. Well done. So here you have then, right? Plus, not, yeah. You have then here behind your blank. So it is a comparative form. So easy, the last letter is a Y. You drop the Y, you plus IER, easier. Good. Question number 3. The maid dropped and broke the glass. So the given adjective here is careless. What is your answer? Answer please in few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, so number 3. The answer will be, yeah, careless. Very good. So this is an adjective, yeah? Some of the pupils told me that since we have the here, why it is not a superlative? Since the here doesn't refer to the superlative, alright? So it refers to the mat here, and we only have a mat here, only one mat. We don't compare this mat with other mats, right? So it is an adjective. You copy down the adjective, careless. Alright? Question number 4. Mr. Kumar is the man in his town. So the given word here is rich. Can you please type down your answer now for question number 4? Question number 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, some of you type superlative form and some of you type comparative form. So look at here. We have the in front of our blank, so it is a superlative form. Richest with plus est. Since we are comparing Mr. Kumar with the other man in his town, right, and he is the richest, so it is a superlative form. Alright, question number 5. The trip to the beach is then the one to the hill. The given adjective is enjoyable. So what is your answer for this question? More enjoyable. Any other answer? 5, 4, most enjoyable. Alright, still the same. Some of you type superlative form, some of you type comparative form. So the answer is more enjoyable. It's a comparative since we have then here. Alright, please take note. We have then behind our blank here. So it is a comparative. So more enjoyable. Enjoyable more than 2 syllables. So we follow rule number 5. Right? We move on to question number 6. Laila is as her sister. So the given word here, pretty. So what is your answer for this question number 6? Can you please type down your answer now? In 5 seconds. Alright, the answer is pretty. We maintain the same. Why? Since we have S and S here, so this is a positive degree. So we maintain the same spelling, the same word, the same adjective. It is not superlative, yeah, we don't have the, here we have S and S, so it is a positive degree. Alright, question number 7. They can answer questions than us in the quiz. So the given word here, many. So this is an irregular form, yeah, for question number 7. Your answer please. Better, some of you type better. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, so the answer is more. This is a comparative form. So just now many, more, and most. So the answer is more. It's not better, yeah, better is the comparative for good. The adjective I give here is many. Okay, the last question. Who is Lao or Lim? So your answer for question number 8, the given word is heavy. What is your answer for question number 8? 5 seconds. Alright, the answer is heavier. Although we don't see any the then here, but why we choose a comparative answer, comparative form answer? since when you read this sentence, these questions, we are comparing Lao and Lim. We want to know who is heavier, so it is a comparative form. We drop the Y, we plus I, E, R. So did you get all the questions correct, all the answer correct? If yes, well done. Means that you understand all the degrees. Now, as the summary for today's lesson. So there are 3 degrees of adjective. There are the positive, comparative, and superlative. For positive degree, normally we can see as and as in our sentence. For example, Lina is as pretty as her sister. For comparative degree, when we are comparing unequal nouns, normally we can see than in our comparative sentence. For example, Siti is prettier than Lina. The third degree, superlative degree. Normally, we can see the in our sentence. So Mary is the prettiest among them. S and S for positive degree, then for comparative degree, and the for superlative degree. Now the summary for our spelling rule. So for normally most our adjective we will plus er for our comparative form. For example, tall, taller, you just plus er. Superlative, we plus est. Tall, taller, tallest. This is the most common comparative and superlative form. However, if we have CVC here and the adjective is has only one syllable, we will double the consonant and then we plus er. Big, bigger. For superlative, CVC, we double the consonant G, we plus est. Big, bigger, biggest. Rule number 2. Okay, rule number 3. If we have E as our last letter, we plus R for our comparative, nicer. We plus ST for our superlative, nicest. Rule number 4. If we have Y as the last letter, we drop the Y, we plus IER for our comparative, and we plus IEST for our superlative. Rule number 5. When we have adjective that more than 2 syllables, like popular, we plus more in front of our adjective here for comparative form. More popular. For superlative, we plus most, the most popular. The last form is our irregular form. So this one, you really need to memorize. Good, better, best. So that's our summary for today's lesson. Before I end my lesson today, I would like to show you this one, and I had created a class on this Google Classroom for today's topic. So this is a code. You can copy it down or you just have a screenshot, right? And you can join this class. I had uploaded a copy of today's slide and a quiz, a simple quiz on this topic, comparison of adjective, and also the video that I showed you just now, the YouTube link for the that I showed you just now. So you can download these materials from this class on Google Classroom, and if you wish to have further revision. As for the quiz, please take note of your punctuation. Yeah? For example, if the answer is in small letter and you type it in capital letter, your answer will be marked as a wrong answer since it is auto-graded and it is a short answer form. All right? And also your spacing. Please type your answer properly. So after you had done your quiz, you can click submit and you can check your score and you can see the correct answer there. And if you have any question that you want to ask regarding the lesson today, you can just leave comments in this class. I will try my best to answer your question. Is it alright? So copy down this code, join the class by using this code. Or you just have a screenshot here. Try the exercise. The quiz, I mix up the answer for the quiz, yeah? We have positive, adjective, comparative, and superlative answer there. So please read your question properly. Have you done copying this code? Alright, so I guess that's all from me today. Thank you for your attention. I enjoy my teaching with you. I hope you enjoy my lesson too. Thank you and see you.
Okay, my dear student, please don't go yet. Okay, please don't go yet. Okay, I'm going to type in the link. So please don't go yet. Okay, can you please stop typing? Okay, can you please stop typing? Okay, can you go to this address and fill in your information for your participation today? All right, I'm going to share it again. So you just go to gg.gg, exit sleep ck. All right. Okay.